Hey guys, Kano here. So, interesting thing about this league that you're about to see, I accidentally queued up with the wrong deck, believe it or not. Then we had some issues with punts. We got really lucky. We disconnected due to freak snowstorm in almost April in Utah. And yeah, it's kind of crazy. And I'm sorry in advance for the punts. I was like really off my game because I'm playing the wrong deck and I now have to record this because that's how it works. But I hope you enjoy. I know I did. I enjoyed playing this, so yeah, enjoy the VOD. If you like this kind of content and you want to show your support, please consider subscribing to the channel. It's absolutely free and supports me greatly. Thanks. Oh, I picked the wrong mill list, didn't I? So we're playing the budget mono blue mill list. Oh, I had a new mill list I was gonna try. Oh, there's like, in my haste to record a video tonight, I picked the wrong mill list. So this will be interesting. Well, I hope you guys watching at home get a kick out of this. Because we definitely should not be playing this list in a comp league. If I recall, this list is not quite hot garbage, but not great. I will spell Pierce a turn 1 Faithless Looting. I do not want my opponent sculpting their hand this early. Alright, pass the turn. See what our opponent's on. We're probably going to Thought Scour ourselves at this point. Yeah, we're definitely Thought Scouring ourselves. Opponent mills double land. Plays a land. Tapped. Okay, we are definitely Thought Scouring ourselves. We get a repeal out of the deal. Let's go ahead and Visions. Okay, Thirst for Knowledge. Well, we're going to slam Tutelage and just go for it. Opponent upkeep mills a Stinkweed Imp. Dredges Narcomoeba. Reanimates a Bloodghast. We might actually be able to mill our opponent out, depending on how greedily they dredge and how many draws we get. They do run a lot of red cards, so the possibility of like multiple mills off of Tutelage does exist. Oh boy. I can't believe I selected the wrong mill list. I have never done that. Alright, first trigger. Save targets always yield. Mill. What did we mill? I think just 2 Stinkweed Imps, was it? Oh no, we milled twice, I think. Okay, we'll play an island. Pass the turn. And I think we're going to Thirst for Knowledge. And then we're going to Spontaneous Mutation, actually. So we can absorb 3 damage here. And we might end step bounce this Bloodghast. We definitely don't want to mill too much right just yet. Okay, so opponent flashes back looting. Pitches a Creeping Chill. So they dredge an Imp and a Loam. I guess we just go for the hard mill here. because they're going to have their blood gasts anyway. And if we hit another Visions of Beyond, I think we can mill them out. So let's Thirst. There's Visions of Beyond. So we're going to discard Drowned Secrets and Repeal. Opponent mills a Creeping Chill, gets us. We untap. We draw, they mill. They Helix us again. We play an island. We Visions of Beyond. They mill a bunch. Yeah, we totally got him. That's all 4 Creeping Chills. You can have your Narcomoeba. But they can't instant speed damage us, I don't think. And they can't dredge anything because they have nothing left in their deck. Sweet. Alright, so we need Profane Mementos, Relics, Displacement Wave, and Aetherize. One sec. Okay, we're taking out Remands. Remands are really, really bad. We might take out Spell Pierce, though it was really good that game. I just think, like, we're gonna have other things going on that we need to be doing. Opponent's probably gonna have some number of Nature's Claims. Okay, we gotta cut some cards. What do we cut? Fraying Sanity is going to be a little bit too slow in this matchup. Hieroglyphic Illumination might be our worst cantrip. And I guess we cut a Mutation, an Opt, and a Repeal. And try it like this. Oh, here's hoping. Here's hoping. All right, we got a turn 1 relic, which is pretty good, especially if they don't start looting. Opponent mulligan to 6. That's good news for us. They keep the 6. They start tap land. That's also good news. So we're going to play an island and a relic. Pass the turn. And as long as they don't have like a crazy cathartic reunion this turn, we should be okay. Opponent Thought Seizes. You know, they can take whatever they want. Probably Displacement Wave, honestly. Because they could dredge out all they want, but if we Displacement Wave it to their hand, they're going to have trouble. Spontaneous Mutation, not actually bad removal here. Removal. Okay, opponent takes Displacement Wave. Plays a Stomping Grounds, tapped. Ooh, really slow dredge hand. We stand a chance. Okay, now we have Relic online until the end of time. Play me Kokoro, pass the turn. Opponent plays a Gemstone Mine. Hard casts Prized Amalgam. Interesting. Okay, Drowned Secrets, not a bad card to play here. Unfortunately, we have to turn the relic off for a turn. We might target ourselves with the first activation so that we can have a spontaneous mutation online. When it gets in for 3, second amalgam. Alright, we like an island. That's not an island. So let's go ahead and do this. Target ourself. Mill double island. Oh, that's so sad. Super, super sad. The saddest, actually. Opponent gonna Faithless Looting. Drops a Creeping Chill and a Bloodghast. Do we nuke now? We get smacked again if we do, but... No, I don't think we do. Opponent can have their Bloodghast. As long as we go like land, Aetherize, we'll be in a good place. That does make things a little more awkward. Make our opponent exile a card. At this point, they probably take our other spontaneous mutation. This is like currently our best card against them. Yep. Opponent gets in for 3, takes us to 14. Okay, we draw land. Land is good. Play a land. Make him exile a card. Pass the turn. Problem is we're getting hit for a lot of damage. Okay, we take 5, go to 9. They flashback looting, sure. Let's see what they drop. Imp and Reunion. Mill our opponent. Oh, that's bad luck. We needed to mill the Creeping Chill when we had Relic online so we could exile it in response to the trigger. But it doesn't look like that's what's going to happen here, which is highly saddening. Okay, Thirst for Knowledge. We're going to discard an artifact, because this puzzle box is just going to kill us. Need an Aetherize. That's not an Aetherize. Can we stay alive? Well, things are not looking good. Opponent dredges. Goes attacking. If I was my opponent, I would swing the amalgam. Okay. Let's Thirst for Knowledge. Mill our opponent. We mill an amalgam. Draw 3, discard, discard. Take 5, go to 1. Alright, they got us. Conflagrate X1, hardcast. The 3 mana, 1 damage sorcery. Okay, so I think we're going to keep in the mutation. Probably over... Puzzle Box seems horrendously slow. I don't know why I was keeping that in. I'd actually rather have Spell Pierce. Kind of hesitant to always drop all of it, but it's going to be too slow. Try it like that. Yeah, we'll play first. Double Relic is really strong. We will keep a Double Relic hand. This is pretty strong against a Thoughtseize opener from our opponent, but could be bad versus a Faithless. Actually, Faithless would not be so bad. What is this bad against? Well, opponent mulliganed, which is good for us. Star Relic. Pass the turn. Opponent starts Bloodstained Mire, cracks Bloodstained Mire. Get that Stomping Ground. You know you want the Stomping Ground. Yeah, no Thoughtseizes. Okay, opponent gonna Looting. Go ahead and exile that Bloodstained Mire, would you? Cool. These relics are going to do loads of work this game. If we can keep our opponent's graveyard eternally clear, and they're stuck hard casting things. Alright, play second relic. Eat a card. Eat a card. Okay, they leave the Dredger. Opponent dredges a Narcomoeba. That's not scary. Plays a Wooded Foothills. We draw a Thirst for Knowledge. So we play an Island. Go ahead and eat a card. Go ahead and eat another card. Okay. We'll play Drowned Secrets. Pass the turn. Opponent cracks their Wooded Foothills. Gets a Blood Crypt untapped. And is going to Ancient Grudge. That is somewhat annoying. We do get a card out of it. We could have waited, but unless our opponent has another green source now, they can't life from the loam for the Wooded Foothills to get another green source. They have to have another one in hand. And I didn't want to lose both relics here, but that was a consideration to just let that go off. Opponent Nature's Claims. Okay. Interesting choice. Okay, now they Faithless. Come on, third relic. Drops double loam. Does not get in for one. Interesting. Second Drowned Secrets. Well, let's Rivulet. Play Drowned Secrets. Yeah, we're going to start milling our opponent. Mill a third Loam. Okay, opponent dredges a Creeping Chill. Sure. Cathartic Reunion. Well, this is going to be a lot of dredging. Gets an Archamoeba. Which is going to reanimate Amalgam. They play a land, which I think they drew this turn. Okay, we take the 1. They get back an Amalgam. We untap. And we get a Tutelage. Yeah, let's do that now. Mill our opponent, mill our opponent. This displacement wave is a little bit awkward with these enchantments. Opponent dredges a Loam. Still no conflagrates from our opponent. Okay, opponent loams up some lands. Plays a land, reanimates Bloodghast. Gonna loam again. Loams again. Up to 7 cards in hand. Okay. We're gonna mutation this prized Amalgam. Target ourselves with 1 trigger, target our opponent with another. Okay, take 2. Go to 15. Untap. Do we try and hold out 1 turn? They have a pretty good chance of finding a Conflagrate. Also, if we thirst, do we thirst now to try and find another relic? Actually, do we kill them? We mill 4, and then we mill at least 6. We have a pretty good chance of just killing them, I think. We did play an island. Okay, let's just go for it. Mill our opponent, mill our opponent. Oh yeah, we got him. Sweet. We milled out Dredge. Budget mill. Budget mill getting there. Woo! Deck I didn't even mean to queue up with. Milling out our opponent. I think our opponent should have Ancient Grudged instead of using that Nature's Claim. I think that was one play mistake that could have swung the game in their favor, but... Ooh! Sphinx's Tutelage Budget Mill. The deck I didn't even mean to queue up with. Alright, moving on, round 2. Here we go. I think the blunder that we made today is a good indication that I need to clean out my deck lists. Opponent plays a Temple Garden, starts a Glade Cover Scout. Alright, well, we're just going to have to go full on mill them out as fast as possible. Mill Core Spirit Dancer and a Daybreak Coronet. Opponent plays a Horizon Canopy. Plays a Spirit Dancer. He gets in for 1. We go to 19. We draw Echoing Truth. We'll play an island. We're going to do the Remand or the Echoing Truth this turn. If our opponent tries to suit up the Spirit Dancer, we're going to get Yeah, we're going to do this now. And deny them the Umbra. Plus, if they don't have a third land and they don't get it off this draw, we also set them back pretty colossally. Well, there's another land. It's kind of bad. Here comes the Spirit Dancer. Okay, well, we gotta go fast. Draw an island. Do we hold up Remand Opt, or do we play Drowned Secrets and go for the Opt? I think we do Remand Opt play here. Here comes the Rancor. Ethereal Armor. Well, we're going to be in a lot of pain. I guess we opt. We could hit a Spell Pierce. Island to the bottom. Ikokoro. Not what we were hoping for. Rancor number 2. Well, that one we got to remand, unfortunately. Mono islands all the time. Yeah, well, we're a really, really high chance of just dying next turn. We take 5. So we play island. We're in a puzzle box, actually. And hopefully they just wheel into, like, lands. And we wheel into, like, a crazy combo to kill them. So opponent puts 6 cards back and sees 6 new cards. The problem is I don't think we survive 2 swings. I don't know if we even survive 1 swing. Yeah, we're toast. Okay, you got us. So we need Displacement Waves and Aetherize. And we're going to cut Fraying Sanity. Spontaneous Mutation actually does nothing, literal nothing, so I guess we keep Fraying Sanity. And we try it like this. This is going to be a tough matchup. So we got to hope that our mass unsummon effects will do it. Yeah, we'll play first. Really risky. Yeah, we're gonna go 6. That one's too risky. Okay, we'll try and keep this one. Repeal to the bottom. Play an island. Pass the turn. Opponent starts Windswept Heath, passes. Well, this is good if we hit a land. We do. Play a land. We're going to at least remand the first creature a couple of times if it's a Spirit Dancer. Opponent fetches up a Temple Garden. Shocks Temple Garden. It's a Spirit Dancer, so let's remand. We find a Tutelage. And a Visions. Okay, play an island. We're going to pass the turn. We are going to cycle an Illuminations and remand here. Now the question is, do we still cycle the Illuminations? And I think the answer is no. I think we save it. We have enough other card draw, it's probably fine. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So play Tutelage. And we'll pass. Now we have the option of Spell Pierce if our opponent casts a big nasty aura that we absolutely need to take care of. And they play Spirit Dancer first anyway. Okay, Rancor. Spirit Mantle we're not particularly afraid of. Okay. Opponent cracks a Windswept Heath. For planes. Griff's Boon we are also not particularly afraid of. But we are on a minimum 4-turn clock now. Opponent takes us to 15. Let's opt. Thirst for knowledge on the bottom. Untap. Draw again. Mill our opponent again. Play an island. Now we have Thirst for Knowledge remand, which is pretty good here. We could also remand Spell Pierce. Opponent plays Spirit Dancer. Now let's remand Spirit Dancer. I think short of like oh gosh. Alright, 7 damage. No Ethereal Armors, please. Okay, 8 damage. We're going to be taking a lot of damage. So let's Thirst. Does Repeal help here? Mildly, but I don't know if it does enough. So let's drop Drowned Secrets. And I guess Spell Pierce. Okay, we mill our opponent for a ton. So hopefully Visions can find us what we need. So let's start opt. Thought Scour to the bottom. Because we need a Displacement Wave or a Displacement Wave X1 or a I can't remember the other card. Aetherize. Okay, so we Visions of Beyond to maximize our chance of drawing Aetherize. Well, we could end up killing our opponent. Visions of Beyond. I guess now we have to hit cantrips. Well, that'll do it. Gotcha. Hoo boy. Only barely did we get you. That was really close. Opponent did have Gaddock Teagues, but that only really affects here. Oh, I guess that actually is a big problem. So we do have to watch for Gaddock Teague. Did we bring in Echoing Truth? Okay, we have Echoing Truth. Echoing Truth and Remand are Teague answers. This hand is not fantastic. I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, much better. We're gonna keep this one. Aetherize. We're gonna keep on top. I think it's really important to have Aetherize. Opponent does not have the turn 1 Boggle, thankfully. We play an island, pass the turn. Okay, Spirit Dancer. We're going to cycle a Visions. We do need to hit lands. Well, if we can land Tutelage Puzzle Box, that might be enough to just win. It depends on how many auras our opponent can play here. There's one. There's two. We take 6. When it cracks Windswept Heath, finds a Temple Garden untapped. Plays a Glade Cover Scout. Well, this Aetherize might be too slow. Oh, 4 lands. 4 lands does not bode well for us. Like, what, 2 auras? And we're dead? Opponent doesn't have it. They get in for 7. We go to 8. Or 7, excuse me. That was first strike damage. Oh, Teague! Why is it always going to be Teague? We can't even Aetherize. It's too slow. We can't cast Puzzle Box. And we don't have Spontaneous Mutation. Yeah, they just had it. We were a lot closer than... What will we have drawn? Nothing, apparently. Alright. We were a lot closer than I'd imagined we would be. Well, we're 1-1. Okay, round 3. We're on the draw. Cantrips and Spontaneous Mutation. I'm going to keep it, hope it's enough. Opponent starts Cavern. Human. Aether Vial. Alright, so we're going to play an island. Pass the turn. Aether Vial ticking up. Ancient Ziggurat for our opponent. Joke's on you, opponent. You can't take good cards if we have no good cards to take. Opponent freeboots. We milled 2 lands. Opponent can take whatever they want. I think Spontaneous Mutation might actually be their best pick. We got a reader. Take Spontaneous Mutation. Passes. We untap. We draw an island. We'll play an island. Pass the turn. Okay, Aether Vial ticking up. White, white. Thalia's lieutenant. That's kind of annoying. Okay, we're going to opt now, just in case this is Thalia. Island to the bottom. Draw Darksteel Citadel. Phantasmal Image. Well, we'd like our Spontaneous Mutation to kill that. Well, pretty good play by our opponent there. Opponent plays a Horizon Canopy. I think we're going to be dead before we can do anything. Humans was a pretty tough matchup when I remember originally playing this deck. So we take 3. Untap. Yeah, we're going to play Mikokoro. Pass the turn. Kind of pump fake that we got something. Opponent genuinely probably has no idea what we're actually doing. They might know that it's some kind of mill, because Visions of Beyond might indicate that, but they might think it's like self-mill of some kind. Opponent plays another Horizon Canopy. Mantis Rider, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage. Yeah, it's just not going to be good enough. Okay. Go to game 2. So we're going to bring in Profane Mementos, Aetherize Displacement Wave, and we are going to cut Fraying Sanity. Spell Pierce does nothing. Hits Aether Vial, and maybe a Collected Company, but I highly doubt our opponent plays Collected Company. We're going to cut a Puzzle Box. We're going to cut 2 Puzzle Box. And what is our worst cantrip? I think it's opt. Try like this. Ooh, my legs are sore. Still sore. Don't work out your hamstrings till complete fatigue, kids. That's bad for your health. We'll play first. Alright, we got a tutelage. We're going to keep. Play an island, pass the turn. We do have remand for maybe a freebooter if our opponent doesn't have a cavern, but of course they do. Name's human. Hierarch. Oh, man, they always got it. Cool, let's opt. Island to the bottom, draw island. Scrybug. we draw Drowned Secrets. I guess we play Drowned Secrets. We can start milling somehow. Kind of praying our opponent does not have a freebooter. That'd be really bad. Champion of the Parish. Freaking freebooter. Every time. Every time. Well, it's pretty good disruptive aggro deck. That's just what humans does. I'm gonna achieve that critical mass, yo. There's no way they take Remand. They might take Thirst for Knowledge, but I think the pick is Tutelage. Yeah. The opponent passes. We draw a Visions of Beyond. Play an island, pass the turn. We might just cycle Remand. It might just be a Think Twice. And that might be okay. Opponent plays an Ancient Ziggurat. Another Noble. Pumps Champion. Gets in for 5. Sure. Would not mind a Displacement Wave. Yeah, let's Thirst. Mill our opponent. Discard Island Illumination. Probably should have discarded Remand. Play an island. Thought Scour our opponent. Mill our opponent. Another Thirst for Knowledge. Alright, pass the turn. Maybe Remand would be better as Unsubstantiate. Just because it can interact with the board, and this deck's a little light of ways to interact with the board. But I think we put Remand in originally because it drew cards. Tajik, Legion's Edge. I guess let's cycle a Remand. Mill 2 Mantis Riders, draw another useless Remand. Cycle of Visions of Beyond. Draw me Kokoro. Opponent pumps the champion. Gets in for bunch. Bunches and bunches. Puts counter on the Noble. We go to 6. We're going to need a Displacement Wave. Don't think Tutelage does it. Play me Kokoro. We need to Displacement Wave. We need either a Displacement Wave or an Aetherize. The Displacement Wave has to be for at least X2. Meaning we need to cast Visions of Beyond and hit it. Nope. Let's see if we can get deep enough. There it was. 4 cards too deep. Oh well. Cool. Well, we're 1 and 2. Moving on to round 4. To be honest, after I realized I queued up with this deck, I didn't think we were going to win any. The fact that we won 1 is kind of a miracle to me, and I'm actually really appreciative that we did win 1. Like, that's enough for me. So, oh, we actually won a game too. We almost won match 2. I forgot. All right. Round 4. This seems like a pretty decent opener. We're going to keep. Start Island, pass the turn. Nobody's going to expect the main deck Spell Pierce. Opponent starts Temple of Triumph. This could be Prison. Puts a card to the bottom. Well, we opt. Do we keep an island? I think we do. We draw Visions of Beyond, so we play an island, pass the turn. Opponent starts Temple of Enlightenment. Oh, is this Enduring Ideal? This might be Enduring Ideal. If it is, we stand a chance. So we opt. Island to the bottom. Cycle Visions of Beyond. Draw Darksteel Citadel. Untap. Draw Drowned Secrets. We'll play an island. Fraying Sanity our opponent. Opponent now is going to say, what the heck is our opponent playing, other than some janky mono blue mill? Nykthos, definitely Enduring Ideal. Which means as long as we don't get leylined, yeah, Ghostly Prison does nothing. Play an island. Play Drowned Secrets. Pass the turn. I guess this builds one white devotion for our opponent. Opponent plays a Rugged Prairie. Main deck Spell Pierce, gonna get you. Mill our opponent. We're gonna cycle this cantrip now to get a bigger Fraying Sanity. Opponent mills 5 more. Play an island. Play Tutelage. Mill our opponent. If we can hit their Mistveil planes, we'll feel better. But that's 3 Enduring Ideals down. If they leyline, I'm going to be sad. Okay, Phyrexian on life. We hit the Mistveil planes, island to the bottom. Tutelage 2, Electric Boogaloo, mill our opponent. There's another leyline. We're going to hold this Darksteel Citadel. Opponent mills a bunch more. There's another leyline. The 4th leyline. Alright. Play Darksteel, pass the turn. I don't know if our opponent can win. We're going to do this to discard our 2 spontaneous mutations. Cool. We drew a Repeal, which is a way to deal with Leyline, provided they don't get a Greater Oromancy. We did get their Dovescape. One, two, three, four, five. They have 6 white mana. If they have an Enduring Ideal here, if they have the last Enduring Ideal, that could be a problem. Alright, Sphere of Safety, not a problem. And I think we got them. So we repeal Leyline. Which is going to do 2 tutelage triggers and a Fraying Sanity. Then we Visions of Beyond, mill our opponent. And that's game. Sweet. Okay, we need Damping Spheres and Displacement Waves versus our opponent. We might even want some Relics. I think Relics is just better than Spontaneous Mutation. Drowned Secrets is actually, I think, kind of bad. So we're going to drop Drowned Secrets. And we're bringing in Damping Spheres basically just to prevent our opponent from using Nykthos to gain a bunch of mana. Actually, Damping Sphere in this deck is really awkward because we want to be casting a bunch of cantrips in a single turn. So maybe we just bring in like 1 and hope it doesn't... I don't even remember. Like, I did not edit this list prior to entering this league. I selected the wrong mono blue mill list and entered a league. So... oh gosh. Let's get rid of a Hieroglyphic Illumination. We'll try it like this. If this deck 3-2s, I will revisit this, update it, and do it some justice here. But oh gosh, opponent mulligan to 6, which means they're going for Leyline. Do we keep this hand? We do need an answer to Leyline. But if our opponent mulligans a few times and doesn't get it, we'll crush them with a hand like this. This might just be good enough. I'm going to keep this. I hope they go to 5. Trying to find it. They kept 6. That's bad news. Bad news for us if they've got Leyline. Worse news if they have multiple copies of Leyline. They don't have it? Oh, they just had to keep a 6. That's really good for us. So we're going to start Island. We're going to Thought Scour our opponent. Form of the Dragon. Sweet. It means they have to have Mistveil Plains before they go off to actually kill us. That was a really lucky Thought Scour. Opponent, Temple of Triumph. Suspends a Lotus Bloom. Okay, we draw Repeal. That's going to be kind of decent versus Lotus Bloom. If they need Lotus Bloom to combo off. Okay, Lotus Bloom ticking down. Currently got 3 time counters. Opponent plays a Rugged Prairie. Greater Oromancy. Make him exile. I wonder if we can just beat Form of the beat them by exiling this Form of the Dragon. That'd be really sweet if they just didn't have another win condition. Exile Form of the Dragon. Okay. Well, they didn't concede. Play an island. Pass the turn. Lotus Bloom, ticking down to 1. Opponent plays a tap land. Opponent casts a Ghostly Prison. Well, let's opt. Island to the bottom. Draw island. I don't know if I... Yeah, let's Visions. Okay, draw an island. Tutelage is decent. So we're going to play a Tutelage. And we are going to repeal Lotus Bloom for 1 mana at their upkeep so they can't cast an Enduring Ideal this turn. Hopefully, if they don't have Leyline, we can get like a huge mill. Because they're like almost mono white. So opponent lands a Lotus Bloom. We repeal it. I have to choose between letting us draw or cracking it now and preventing the draw. They let us have it. So now opponent mills. Puzzle Box is a super tempting play. Okay, good Tutelage mills here, please. Mill the whole place at a Leyline. Oh, we did mill 1 Leyline of Sanctity. That's 1 they don't have in their hand. Okay, opponent resuspends Lotus Bloom. They found a Leyline. Oh, gross. Okay. We find another relic. I forgot to make them exile in response, but oh well. So we play an island, play a relic, and Puzzle Box. So this helps them, but it also helps us. Because we can hopefully find a counterspell or something. So opponent's going to wheel away the cards in their hand, draw that many cards. So if they were relying on like an Enduring Ideal that they're holding, potentially we got rid of it. They suspend another Lotus Bloom. Second Greater Oromancy. Okay. So Puzzle Box trigger. Thirst, land, land, land. Okay, we got a Damping Sphere and a bunch of cantrips. So let's opt. Island to the bottom. Opt. Thirst for Knowledge to the top. Yeah, to the top. So this way we can thirst and pitch a Damping Sphere, giving us the most possible looks at cards next turn. If we build the biggest hand possible right now, that's the nightmare. Okay, discard an artifact. We will discard Puzzle Box. Untap. Draw. Spell Pierce. Oh, we want some of these cards, though. Okay. We're going to put back Displacement Wave, Spell Pierce, Remand, Relic, Visions, Damping Sphere, and draw that many cards. Okay, Echoing Truth is a way for us to delay one Lotus Bloom. Do we play a land here? I don't think we play a land. Okay, we're gonna let the first Lotus Bloom come down. Because if our opponent just fires off an Enduring Ideal, we're gonna Spell Pierce it. Opponent plays a Plains. They have 8 mana. Kind of awkward this time around. Okay. Now do we Echoing Truth? I don't think so. We're going to put back all the cards. There can't be that many more looks we need to get to where we gotta go. I'm gonna try playing another puzzle box here. I'm just gonna make it weird. But in all likelihood, if our opponent casts Form of the Dragon, we're probably... or Enduring Ideal and gets Dovescape, we're probably gonna die. Simply because we won't be able to attack into his Doves, and we have less cards in our deck, ironically. There's a Nykthos. Opponent has now unlimited mana. Okay, there's the Enduring Ideal. If we can land a Displacement Wave now, or they're going to get Dovescape immediately. If they don't get Dovescape immediately, a second Form of the Dragon? Okay. If we can find a Displacement Wave here, I think we can win the game. But it has to be off of the second puzzle box trigger. So there's a repeal. That doesn't do it. Displacement Wave. So we play an island. We Displacement Wave 1, 2, 3, or so for 4. And our opponent has to wheel all those cards away. But then they can pick up any one of those they want, including Leyline off of Enduring Ideal. And we lose all of our board to do this. Oh no, so they won't wheel the cards away. Well, it's like all we can do. I guess we try it. Not quite sure how we win from here, but we might not be able to. Well, this way our opponent doesn't have any greater Oromancies that aren't in their hand. Replay Relic. We might be able to Echoing Truth, set up for a big combo and then Echoing Truth. We're going to discard a puzzle box. Okay, so here comes the... Oh, they're going to get Dovescape. And with Dovescape, I think it's over. Because we don't have any creatures we're casting. When it hits us for 5... Copies Enduring Ideal. Because like a single, like Dovescape into a single Ghostly Prison and we're just toast. Come on, opponent. I believe in you. They got Leyline instead. They play a land. Okay, we draw Island. Play a land. Play Tutelage. Thirst and hope we hit Remand. No Remand. Discard Puzzle Box. I can't imagine that they... Oh, maybe they drew Dovescape. If they drew Dovescape, we still have an out. The instant Dovescape hits the field, we're donezo. I love the art on this card. It's so good. Oh, second Leyline. Alright. We have 2 turns to find something. So let's play an island. Thirst for knowledge. Displacement Wave X4 will do it. We might need... Can we Displacement Wave high enough to get rid of Form of the Dragon? We can. Ooh. Ooh, that seems worth it. I think our opponent drew Dovescape. And if they drew Dovescape, we're going to win. Okay, opponent takes us to 5. Enduring Ideal. What do they get? As long as it's not Dovescape, we win. I think. Because I don't think they have an... Ah, it's Dovescape. Opponent let us have outs, too. Oh, the jerk. Yep. If that remand had been... Oh, I guess we could have cracked in response to the... Okay. We should have cracked in response to see if we could draw a remand or remand the copy of Enduring Ideal. Then we could have untapped, displacement waved, and been fine. But I did not see that line. I am getting tired. Okay, we're going to run it back. That was close. A little bit smarter playing on my part, and we probably would have gotten them. But yeah, if our opponent had just Dovescaped right out of the bat, right out of the gate, we would have been toast. They gave us opportunities to have outs there. Okay, Spell Pierce, Damping Sphere, Remand, and Tutelage. This seems good, provided our opponent does not have a ley line. If they do have ley line, we have a chance of getting somewhere, but probably not very fast. So opponent did not have the opening hand ley line. That's super good for us. Opponent plays a Temple of Triumph. We're going to wait on this damping sphere until we see like a Nykthos, I think. Exiles 2 Lotus Blooms. Goodness gracious. We'll play an island. Pass the turn. Down tick the Lotus Blooms. Go to plays a Plains. Thought Scour our opponent. Double Unlife. We untap. Draw Thirst for Knowledge. Play an island. Well, that's Tutelage. They shouldn't be able to play a leyline next turn. And if we land Damping Sphere and then have Remand on their turn, I think that's pretty nasty. Play me Kokoro. Play Damping Sphere. That makes the Lotus Blooms a little awkward. Okay, here comes Bloom number 1. So this one costs 1 extra mana. Leyline would cost them 7, and we could Spell Pierce it. That'd be sweet. And then we could just go nuts. I'm gonna play as a Plains. Passes. We draw. They mill. A Nykthos and a Ruined Halo. Play an island. Play an island. Did I just lose connection? Oh no, 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 no. I lost internet. It came back. Oh my gosh. Okay, okay, we just wait. We're gonna need Spell Pierce and Remand this turn, I think. Excuse me. Oh man, I had a heart attack. We had a freak snowfall, and I thought that knocked out our internet for like good tonight. And I was like, no, I need to start the upload tonight. And I thought we were gonna get robbed of this game. Okay, we're gonna remand this enduring ideal. Mill another enduring ideal. Get a second Sphinx's tutelage. Okay, opponent passes. We activate Mikokoro. Draw. Draw again. Play an island. Go for second tutelage. And I think we just fire off Thirst for Knowledge on our opponent's upkeep. And they're just Dungeon Rings. Because Spell Pierce isn't going to stop an Enduring Ideal if they have a land. We might as well just, like, get 6 tutelage triggers, right? It only has 15 cards left. Good luck. Did we hit their Mistveil planes? We did not. Oh, opponent may not have the land. I guess we should have waited till they cast Enduring Ideal. I'm just in a hurry because of the... Oh. They're going to try and get tricky here. For a Damping Sphere, that'd be hilarious. Rugged Prairie, if they activate its second ability, produces colorless. They pay a mana to turn it into a colorless. They cast Leyline of Sanctity. Okay. So we play Relic. And we crack Relic. I guess we should have Visions of Beyond. But that should make it hard for our opponent to win. The crack for red. Oh, is this form? If this is form and they don't have a land, we can kill them, basically, by just countering it. They could just be casting Enduring Ideal again as well. Spell Pierce. Did we get there? Oh, yes. All right, let's Yeah, let's opt, actually. Island to the bottom, draw island. Untap, draw island. Okay, let's opt. Looking for a way to deal with this ley line. Island to the bottom. Opt again. Relic to the bottom. All right, pass. Oh, this is something. Ghostly Prison for our opponent. Doesn't do anything. Damping Sphere is a card. So we thirst. We'll discard 2 lands. Untap. Draw repeal. I think that does it. We repeal for 5. We have 3 mana left over. We'll play a relic this turn. And then we might just repeal Visions for the win. Oh my gosh. Sure. Visions? Oh, this has been an emotional roller coaster. We got the Mistveil Plains. Draw step? Gotcha. Oh, let's get the Mikokoro kill. Yes, we got him! Oh, we're 2-2. Oh. Oh, my heart. My heart. Oh. I thought for sure we were toast. Oh, but we're 2-2? With Sphinx's tutelage mill. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, so good. So good right now. We just need one, like... We just need, like, 2 lucky hands in a row, and we'll 3-2 with this deck. I'm glad I decided to record and not stream. Because, like... Oh... Man, the fact that we were, like... We got back, like, just in time to have enough time to win. And, like, still able to reconnect. Oh. We'll play first. This seems like a decent hand we will keep. We have no mill enchantments, but we do have interaction in the form of Spell Pierce Repeal and Spontaneous Mutation. So start island, pass the turn. Like, no matter what, we're casting a card this turn. Opponent did mulligan to 6. That's worth noting. Opponent starts Bloodstained Mire, cracks Bloodstained Mire. Shocks in a Blood Crypt. Faithless Looting. We will Spell Pierce a Faithless Looting. We do not want our opponent sculpting their hand. We draw Tutelage. That's good. So play an island, pass the turn. Hopefully we draw a 3rd land. This could be Phoenix. Could be Burn, and it could be Dredge as well. Ooh, it's Dredge. Alright, I think we have to risk Thought Scouring them. This could turn out very poorly for us. But I don't think Thought Scouring ourselves is right here. We mill 2 lands, that's actually good. Island Tutelage. Ah, good. Let's begin. So Thirst for Knowledge is going to be a pretty big mill. So versus the deck that wants to mill itself, we beat Dredge once. Although I don't think it was versus the same opponent. It was not. But it plays a Copperline Gorge. Do they flashback looting? They do. Alright. No dredgers. So opponent draws 2. What do they discard? Amalgam Bloodghast. Okay, sweet. Okay, second Bloodghast, not quite as good. Play an island. Pass the turn. Opponent draws a card. Still no dredgers in their yard. We're kind of doing the dredging for them at the moment, though. Okay, opponent found a loam. Plays a tap land, gets back a couple of ghasts. Amalgam trigger. Let's... I think we thirst. Okay, we gotta discard 2 cards. We discard Mutation and Second Tutelage. 3 tutelage triggers. Okay, opponent gets a Creeping Chill. Another Creeping Chill and a Narcomoeba. Spontaneously mutate the Amalgam. We may have done this too early. We might have needed to wait a turn. Kind of depends on what we draw here. Okay, tutelage trigger. Play Rivulet. Fraying Sanity our opponent. Thought Scour our opponent. opt. Guess we keep Thirst, because that's like a guaranteed kill next turn if we somehow live that long. I think we're just dead, though. I think they just conflagrate us. I think I got overeager this game, and I'm kind of disappointed with myself. We're going to mill them for 10. They're going to go to 15 cards in their library. Yeah, they just attack, conflagrate, and we die. Unless they're really confused. It's too bad there's no blue fogs. There's fog bank, sure, but if we didn't play Fraying Sanity, and we had gotten all the way to a Thirst for Knowledge, would have been minus 10 but plus 6 guaranteed. Yeah. Yeah, okay. F6 through combat. Damn. You give him the opportunity, right? Okay. We lose game 1, which is kind of bad. We bring in some board wipes. Drop the puzzle boxes because they're too slow. Drop Fraying Sanity because it's too slow. We drop Remands because they're worthless. And I think Spell Pierce is... Spell Pierce might actually be worth it. Do the same thing, drop like a mutation and an opt. Try it like this. And just pray we have 2 really good hands versus 2 really bad hands. We made it all the way to round 5 with this deck with the option of still having prize, so like... I'm really proud of this list for struggling along as well as it has. Alright, we'll play first. This hand is terrible. This hand is amazing. We're gonna keep. We just gotta win 2 games of Magic and we win prize with Puzzle Box Mill. Okay, we'll keep. Our opponent did mulligan. They mulliganed again. They're down to 4. They mulled to 3? 2? Put that on the bottom. Start Relic. Dredge mulled to 2. We should hopefully win. I don't know how to play against this. I don't. Play an island. I guess we'll play a second relic. pass the turn. Bloodstained Mire for our opponent. Okay, we're not going to cantrip. Play an island, pass the turn. We didn't want to cantrip because we wanted the ability to crack our relics in response to like a nature's claim or something. Our opponent, crazily enough, could like still be in this if they have like looting and diluting. Exile that land. I'm gonna take no chances with this. Cathartic Reunion. Sure. One plays a land. And a Shriekhorn. Interesting. I'll exile a card from your grave, opponent. We're gonna opt. Island to the bottom. Aetherize is pretty good. So our opponent's like best hit here is a Narcomoeba? Play an island, pass the turn. Get 2 of their amalgams. That seems pretty good. Opponent mills a Conflagrate and a Narcomoeba. Sure. They play a Bloodstained Mire. We untap. We draw Spontaneous Mutation. Try and exile Conflagrate. Play a Drowned Secrets. Oh man, this is awesome. For us, this is actually quite amazing. I can't believe our opponent mulliganed to 2. Like, oh man. If I'm gonna loam a land, play the land, get the Bloodghast. Which if we crack, they crack their land. To ensure they get the Bloodghast, but we take out 2 Dredgers. I think at this point, because we have so many bounce spells, it's okay to get rid of the relic here. Actually, we have creature removal. We can, like, let them have this. Opponent gets in for 1. Spontaneous mutation. We'll mill our opponent. Yeah, you can have a creeping chill, opponent. Untap. Draw an island. Play an island. Make him exile a card. If our opponent can come back to win this, they absolutely deserve to. Because that would be amazing play versus our deck if they can. Narcomoeba and an Amalgam. I think let's just try and mill him as much as we can. At this point, and then exile the grave. I think our opponent needed to Ancient Grudge there. Cool. I have 3 of their 4 amalgams, 2 Narcomoebas in the grave. I can get in for 3. The Cracks Bloodstained Mire for a Blood Crypt. Hardcast Stinky. Play an island, pass the turn. I think we're going to Aetherize, even though we lose our spontaneous mutations that way. The opponent loams back a life from the loam. Or, I mean, a Bloodstained Mire, excuse me. Goes attacking. Mill our opponent, put everything back in their hand. Recast the Stinkweed Dip. Play an island, pass the turn. Opponent dredges an imp. Only 14 cards left in their deck. Replays an imp. Misses their attack. Mill our opponent. They're debating about dredging. Dredge a life from the loam. And they're going to creeping chill us to 7. Sure. I think this is okay. Probably gonna loam the lands. We're gonna spell pierce. Opponent's gonna pay for it. Oh, this kills us exactly. Because they can cast the Bloodghast out of hand. We'd have to draw like an Echoing Truth here. That's not an Echoing Truth. Well, if they F6 through their combat trigger again, never mind. We're super dead. We got really close. I definitely misplayed in this last round. But, like, what an emotional roller coaster. I don't know what our opponent is doing. It could be complimenting us on a cool deck. They were just waiting. So sad that we went 2 and 3, especially after all the drama there. But for this deck, which is this list here, for not having had time to optimize this list, selecting the wrong list, and having to play this one, then misplaying really hard, coming back for the victory, losing connection, coming back for the victory, punting probably exceedingly hard that last game just because we were trying to kill our opponent quickly. Our opponent mulled to 2 and beat us with Dredge, which, props to our opponent, that is not easy to do. He's got a good story to tell now. I'm sad because I lost to an opponent that mulled to 2, but props to our opponent. That was some excellent play, luck, just everything. Hats off to them. So some thoughts. This deck is actually reasonably powerful in the right situations. And I think with some tweaks, it might actually be good enough. Um, so I think this deck really wants black mana. If you started with this deck list as a budget deck list for milling, it's a good place to start. I would add black mana. I would start with things like Drowned Catacomb or Dark Slick Shores if they're affordable enough. Get you some Crypt Incursions, Extirpates, Surgicals in like order of increasing Grave Hate cost. Start rotating out pieces that you find don't work in your local meta or combos that just aren't functional for you. It was kind of awkward. The only time we assembled the tutelage puzzle box combo, our opponent had hexproof, which was quite unfortunate because that would have like insta-gibbed our opponent and would have been amazing. I am less than thrilled about Remand in this metagame. I think Remand is better served as something else. You could put in more repeals. Repeals would be a decent option. You could put some main deck Grave Hate in, honestly, like some Relics of Progenitus in the main board, not bad at all idea. If you went the black mana route, I think a Bajuka Bog or two, probably not a bad idea. I think Damping Sphere needs to come out of the sideboard and you need to be playing something else in that slot. Would recommend... Oh, what would be good in that slot? Why is this so hard for me to think of right now? For anti-Tron tech, I would do Spreading Seas because the cantrip is good. The draw, like the taking opponent off Tron mana is really, really good. I think Spreading Seas is better. Damping Sphere replacement. If you're trying to hate on Storm, might even go the Amulet of Safekeeping, the -1/-0 to all tokens, and any spell that targets you costs 1 extra. Amulet of Safekeeping might be better if you're trying to attack against Storm. Spreading Seas is better if you're trying to attack against Tron. Displacement Wave, pluses and minuses. It's super good, except for the fact that it bounces our tutelages and puzzle boxes and relics and spontaneous mutation being bounced when you're bouncing your opponent's creatures is okay. Can work to your benefit. Displacement Wave was kind of like a little iffy. I think in the current metagame with all of the Phoenixes, you're better off running Aetherize and Aether Spouts. I don't think I have any. I would definitely run this in the sideboard in the current metagame. I think this card is going to be extremely useful in that situation. Putting Phoenixes, things in the ice, dredge creatures, anything back on top of your opponent's deck for you to like then mill later. Versus humans, it's insane if you can resolve it and keep it in your hand. Versus like Jund, it's insane. Like, definitely would absolutely recommend this card over Displacement Wave. It's also a card that no one's ever heard of and probably isn't expensive. I'm thinking I'm going to drop Dragon's Claw and just run more Profane Mementos. I'm like editing the deck list here as I'm talking. But yeah, that's all my thoughts for right now. I had a lot of fun with this deck. I did not plan to have fun with this deck. I was planning to play a totally different list and accidentally queued with this one. So, yeah. This goes to show. It's decent, I guess. If you've made it this far, please like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to this channel if you want to see more shenanigans like what I just went through. We have them all the time. Follow me on Twitch if you want to catch me live, and follow me on Twitter if you want to get updates about the channel or just want to get a hold of me in short notice. So, Thanks everybody so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.